Transportation provides a mechanism for the exchange of goods, people, information, and to support economic improvements for society. Every developed nation and region with a strong economic base have invested in high-quality transportation system. To do that, an understanding of transportation system is a must-have. Two topics will be discussed in this video. First, transportation system, and second, transportation planning. Let's begin with transportation system. A transportation system can be defined as the combination of elements and their interactions, which produce the demand for travel within a given area and the supply of transportation services to satisfy this demand. More and more sectors are becoming truly multimodal in their orientation and are opting a systematic approach to transportation problem. Transportation system is a diverse and complex system. Let us venture the five major diverse characteristics of transportation system. Multimodal, which covers all modes of transport. Multi-sector, which encompasses the viewpoints of government, private, and public industry. Multi-problem includes issues, policies, and technicalities. Multi-objective, which aims at the development of different goals. Lastly, multidisciplinary draws the theories and methods of subjects. Transportation engineering consists of four major parts: transportation planning, geometric design, pavement analysis and design, and traffic engineering. Transportation planning essentially involves the development of a transport model which will accurately represent both the current as well as the future transportation system. Geometric design include the cross-sectional features, horizontal alignment, vertical alignment, and intersections. Although there are several modes of travel like road, rail, air, etc., the underlying principles are common to a great extent. Therefore, emphasis will be normally given for the geometric design of roads. Pavement analysis and design deals with the design of paving materials, determination of the layer thickness, and construction and maintenance procedures. Design mainly covers structural aspects, functional aspects, and drainage. Structural design ensures the pavement has enough strength to withstand the impact of loads. Lastly, traffic engineering. The role of traffic engineer is to protect the environment while providing mobility, to preserve scarce sources while assuring economic activity, and to assure safety and security to people and vehicles through both acceptable practices and high communications. Transportation engineering is a very diverse and multidisciplinary field, which deals with the planning, design, operation, and maintenance of transportation systems. Good transportation is that which provides safe, rapid, comfortable, convenient, economical, and environmentally compatible movement of both goods and people. This profession carries a distinct societal responsibility. Transportation planners and engineers recognize the fact that transportation systems constitute a potent force in shaping the course of regional development. Planning and development of transportation facilities generally raises living standards and enhances the aggregate of community values. We now move on to the second part of the discussion, which is transportation planning. Transportation planning involves defining the problem, setting goals and objectives, collecting travel and facilities data, forecasting future traffic demand, and evaluating options. The planner may also be required to assess the environmental impacts, the effect of the project on land use, and the benefits of the project compared with the cost. Physical visibility and sources of funding are also considered. The final product is a comparison of various alternatives based on established objectives and criteria and an analysis of how each option will accomplish the desired goals and objectives. A plan is then recommended for reconsideration and comment by decision makers and the public. We have here a concept of transportation planning, which is the transportation network. Transportation planning process is a process that forecasts future travel demand and evaluates alternative systems, technologies, and services. There are 5 steps to be followed in transportation planning process. These are problem definition, identification of alternatives, analysis of the performance of each alternative, comparison of each alternative with other candidates, and selection of the alternative that will be implemented, and then turns the cycle. To explain further, problem definition involves 2 aspects. First is an understanding of the environment within which the transportation facility will function based on knowledge of the present transportation system, current travel characteristics, and prior planning studies. Second, an understanding of the nature of the problems is translated into objectives and criteria. Identification of alternatives involves specifying options that could enhance present conditions at an acceptable cost to the transportation agency without damage to the environment. Analysis of the performance of each alternative is intended to determine how well each of the options will serve present and future conditions. Comparison of each alternative with the other candidates is intended to furnish performance measures for various alternatives to determine how well they achieve the objectives as defined by the criteria. Lastly, selection of the alternative that will be implemented involves a decision to proceed with one of the alternatives. The time frame of transportation planning can be classified into 3. Short term is where improvement or optimization of current operations and existing infrastructure and resources are implemented within 2 to 3 years. Medium term involves significant investments, usually involving major improvements and capacity increases of the current infrastructure within 3 to 7 years. Lastly, long term includes plans for new and large-scale transport infrastructure, involves strategic policy analysis, and planning to address issues to exploit opportunities which are long-term. Similar with time frame, geographic scale of transportation planning is classified into 3 areas. First, urban level. It is where daily commuting trips of individual and vehicle carry goods. Second is regional planning. This is where interurban and urban to rural movements of person and goods. There is longer but less frequent trips compared with urban level. Lastly, national planning involves infrastructure provision for regional economic exchange, person trips for business, social and recreational purposes. That ends today's discussion. I hope you enjoy and thank you for watching.